Good day, family. How you doing? What's going on with you? Happy Sunday. How your Sunday going? Hope it's going great. Like I was just sitting here and I had something on my mind because, a lot of people be asking me about it and I don't even watch what's going on anymore, but I just want to address it as a whole and I'm just going to dump it away. Like, I really don't care. Like, we talk about like politics and things like that, right? Now, when I was interested in things like, I never voted or nothing like that, but still, it's like certain policies and politics you could agree on and speaking about it and things like that. Like when I was in school, my favorite subject was social studies when I was in school. So I was always like, what word I'm looking for? I was always like glad to speak about things like that, like history and politics and things like that. But I used to like speaking about things like that. Now I don't even care no more. It's like, like we have the president that's in now. I don't want to call no names out. The president that was in now, this is second term, and like people are talking about, he's not doing too good. Approval ratings is this and that, and the third, da 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 da. Like I think about that. I was like, I became basically like I got in this wheelchair like towards the end of his term, so his first term. So I was kind of, I was still working and things like that. Like my opinion about all of this is like when he was doing when he was in his first term, right? We were making so much money. Like, I know I was. I'm not gonna lie. Like, no robbing, no stealing, no scams. Like, getting up, going to work. Like, I was making a lot of money. It was a lot of money. Like, to the point where I was doing overtime, holiday, extra time, whatever time they was giving, I was doing it. And people would complain, oh no, he this, oh no, he that, he this, he's that. Even to the point where gas prices and things like that, like your electric bills and gas bills and things like that were low. And there was people who were complaining about it because as he's lowering, like the economy is doing great. Like it came up to like the standard of getting public assistance and all that, like food stamps and all that, like the criteria for that starts to go up. I didn't mind. First of all, like I said, that's a help. That was always a help. But it wasn't something that I always planned to be like, oh, I'm gonna be on food stamps for the rest of my life and things like that. So when he got into office, that first time when I was working, I was making that much money like that. I was like, oh, all right, I'm about to get off of this. It's a wrap. People who was like, I'm not even gonna lie, like people, like lazy people, like people who weren't interested in really going to work, who wanted to live on food stamps and things like, because that's the only people that was complaining, at least like to me, in my opinion, the conversations I was with, everybody who was complaining about him was people who was enjoying all of these programs and was not looking for work. But the economy was doing excellent. People were still, oh nah, he's this, he don't like black people, he don't do this, he don't do that. But I'm like, yo, it's not like sometimes I'm thinking about it like, y'all talking about he don't like black people and all. Like, I'm black. Sometimes I don't like black people neither. But that's a different conversation, whatever the case may be, whatever. I don't know. The economy was great. He got out of there. Notice now, when he got out of there, the next person got in there. That's when all the scams and everything started. People doing, like I said, people were getting unemployment just for looking for work. What? Because you was looking for work, you got unemployment. That was crazy. I've never heard of nothing like that. But it was happening. And people were coming up with all types of scams and things like that. And now the economy is really in the trash bag, right? And he has to come through and clean all that up again. This is what y'all asked for. Y'all don't want him in that office no more. You got what y'all wanted. And the economy wanted the trash. And now everybody is up in arms of, oh, the economy is this and that. He didn't do that. He's cleaning that up. But whatever the case may be, I'm at a point right now where I don't even care about none of that stuff. I don't care. Like, it's either you get out there, you get on your feet, you do what you gotta do, you're gonna crash. Like, nobody's giving no handouts. The handouts is over. So you got to find your life. You got to do what you gotta do. Like me personally, like, I don't want to hear nobody talk about the economy and what's going on. I'm in a wheelchair and I'm trying to get my life straight to be on my own. I don't want no food stamps and programs. Yeah, it's a crush. I thank God. I mean, it's not a crush, it's assistance, and I thank God that is able to sustain me and I'm able to sustain with this stuff. But that's not my end goal. You see what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that want to get back on that wheel and start talking about it again. And y'all don't care because, when y'all was complaining about him, he had the economy in great hands. And now the economy is really in the trash. I don't want to talk about it. Like, my mindset is to think about how to get better, how to do what I gotta do. Like, I don't care about the economy. I don't care who's in office. I don't care who's talking about this, what they're doing, who about to go to war. Like, I don't pay none of that any mind anymore. I used to. I used to get into tons of debates about it. But now I don't care. I really don't care. I don't even pay that stuff no mind. I don't watch the news. I do not even own the TV. Like, I get on YouTube, like, I pay my phone bill, I get on my tablet, I'm on YouTube watching what I want to watch, and after that, it's basically music for the rest of the time down. I don't watch it even. I don't care about that stuff. Like, I used to watch basketball a lot. I used to love it. I hardly watch that. Like, I watch highlights and things like, but I don't even partake in none of that anymore. And I'm thinking about it like, people complaining about the economy. The economy is really messed up now. But when it was good, y'all were complaining. Now it's bad, y'all complaining. But here it is. Like, it's really bad now. This is what y'all spoke into existence. It's really bad now. And it's no handouts, it's no free food stamps or none of that. Find your life and get your family out of that situation. Stop complaining. This is what y'all wanted, right? The economy been messed up for the past what? The last president did 4 years. And this one did the whole food. The economy been messed up for the past 5 years. And to take, like, what are we going to do? Sit here and debate or argue about that? You got to get up and do something. You got to find your way. This is how it is. God gave us that right to begin with, self-preservation. And it's like, now it's time for self-preservation. Take care of yourself, take care of your family. Like, yo, when you worried about somebody else taking care of you, you should be worried about yourself. It is a lot of ways out here to get money. It is. Number one, take your behind to work. Number two, find, well, number two should have been number one so you can find Christ and he's going to show you what to do. But yo, I don't want to hear none of that complaining. I don't care about none of that. The economy is not my concern anymore. Because like I said, when he was there, when your gas bill, your light bill, car gas, you were going to work making more money, when all of that was on the rise, I was complaining. So I'm not sitting here for that complaining now because the economy is really in the trash can. I don't want to hear none of that. I'm not debating to nobody. So I say that, right? Because I know, like I said, there was a lot of times I did debate about the other things like that. Now it's like, I'm not in that lane anymore. I don't care about that. I don't care about none of that. He's not putting no plate. He's not going to put no food on my plate. Like, he doesn't even know who I am. So why am I worried about him? Why am I worried about any of them? The first time I defended him, and I'm not mad because, like I said, all of that tied into, like, God's lesson and all that. But I basically, yo, you know how many people turned on me when they found out I was supporting him and not the other guy? You know how many people turned on me? Like, I could contribute that to me not even being around my family anymore, because they used to look at me like, oh, yo, like somebody called me an asshole. I done heard it all because I support this guy. From people that raised me calling me out of my name because I support him. I'm stupid, I'm this, yo. Now I'm here, I'm doing my own thing. Like, I'm not looking for this ain't no apology to nobody, but I'm on my own road, I'm on my own path, I'm doing my own thing. I'm not talking about none of them. I don't care who's who. I don't care what he do for the next 3 years, I don't care about none of that. I'm not paying none of that anymore. It's a quick one. Because, like, people like what you think about the economy or what you think about these prices that's in. You know what I think about? I think about how I can get on my feet and do what I got to do. I'm not thinking about them. I don't care about them. That's how I feel.